The U.S. Navy awarded Lockheed Martin $23 million to begin creating the integrated combat system that may one day connect the Navy's and U.S. Coast Guard's surface fleets. The award could be up to $1.1 billion if all options are exercised through fiscal year 2030. A Defense Department announcement says that Lockheed's winning bid was one of two submitted. It did not name the second company. The Navy envisions a common combat system connecting ships in the future. Today, destroyers, cruisers, and littoral combat ships use variations of Lockheed's Aegis combat system, something frigates and unmanned surface vessels will also use. Amphibious ships and aircraft carriers use a separate ship self-defense system that was developed by Raytheon and is now managed by Lockheed. Leaders have said that if the Navy could achieve a common combat system for all its surface combatants, it could field and integrate new capabilities across the entire fleet faster and manage the combat system for less cost. The British government has committed nearly $5 billion to the next phase in development of nuclear-powered submarines as part of the tri-national AUKUS program with Australia and the United States. BAE Systems, Babcock Marine, and Rolls-Royce received contracts in the award, with work aimed at developing a nuclear attack submarine for Britain and Australia. UK Defence Secretary Grant Shapps told attendees at a Conservative Party conference that the investment covers the design, prototyping, and purchase of key long lead items for the first UK submarines. The boats are set for delivery in the late 2030s. The Pentagon is warning Congress that it is running low on money to replace weapons the US has already sent to Ukraine and has already been forced to slow down resupplying some troops, according to a letter sent to congressional leaders. The letter, obtained by the Associated Press, urges Congress to replenish funding for Ukraine. Congress averted a government shutdown by passing a short-term funding bill over the weekend, but the measure dropped all assistance for Ukraine in the battle against Russia. Pentagon Comptroller Michael McCord told House and Senate leaders there is $1.6 billion left of the nearly $26 billion Congress provided to replenish U.S. military stocks that have been flowing to Ukraine. The weapons include millions of rounds of artillery, rockets, and missiles critical to Ukraine's counteroffensive aimed at taking back territory gained by Russia in the war. JSTARS has flown into the sunset. The stalwart E-8C Joint Surveillance Target Attack Radar System plane flew its last operational mission on September 21st, capping a 3-decade career as a military eye in the sky in conflicts from Operation Desert Storm to the war in Ukraine. JSTARS is a modified Boeing 707 that uses a long sensor on the belly of the jet to track the movement of ground forces around a region and share that information with other aircraft and troops below. Combat units rely on the fleet to highlight potential targets and stop friendly forces from veering into harm's way. Its final mission departed from Ramstein Air Base in Germany, a hub for U.S. military operations across Europe and points farther south. The Air Force declined to answer where the sortie took place or what it entailed. So what's next? Well, they're headed to the Boneyard at Davis-Monthan in Tucson next month. 9 E-11A airborne communications relay planes will be based at the Central Georgia installation, as well as a command and control squadron, a group focused on electromagnetic spectrum warfare, and an office to handle the Air Force's acquisition of future communications technologies known as the Advanced Battle Management System. And it will be a busy time in the defense industry. Instead of maintaining a vast inventory of jets that are purpose-built for highly specialized missions, the Air Force now wants to use a network of satellites, aircraft sensors, and ground radars to collect the same targeting and tracking data.